Revolution UK, thousands storm 10 Downing Street, climb gates to free Tommy Robinson. Now look guys, obviously Paul Joseph Watson from InfoWars is on holidays. This article is yet again very small. We do have a Metro article that was later changed. We have the original, so we'll go through that after. But that's the only one that's really reporting on Tommy at the moment, so let's jump into this. British patriots are pushing back against the government's decision to jail activist Tommy Robinson for simply demonstrating and reporting on a Muslim sex abuse trial. So that's all really Alex Jones or InfoWars says about that. Now this is the original article that was put out by the Metro. They have since gone through and changed it. Well, sorry, the government went through and changed it, whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, let's have a look at the original because it's a lot more fair and biased, although there's still issues with this. But Tommy Robinson supporters climb gates of Downing Street after his arrest. So, far-right protesters climbed the gates of Downing Street today to demonstrate against Tommy Robinson's arrest outside a grooming trial. Hundreds of Notorious Figure's supporters, you're making him sound like Ned Kelly. I would just normally like to say hundreds of, actually it was thousands, but thousands of supporters of Tommy Robinson chanted his name and shouted "Shame on you" as the police were forced to close Whitehall. The co-founder of the EDL was led away by police outside Leeds Crown Court yesterday for allegedly breaching the peace, or as we like to call it, making a film. His fans fear he may be jailed again as he's already under a suspended sentence over contempt of court at a gang rape trial in Canterbury last year. No, as far as I know, he has actually been arrested and sentenced. So it's not a fear, it's a reality. Officers stepped in yesterday to stop Robinson live stream so-called reports outside the outgoing trial. Or as I'd like to say, officers stepped in and stopped him from filming in a public space. But let's keep going. He showed men entering the court on Facebook until officers told him to stop. That's not entirely true either. They had already entered the building. He was outside filming from the outside, and yeah, there was no one already at that stage. He had already gone in. So regardless. Also, by the way, regardless, shouldn't he have a right to film? Can't the news report on news over in the UK now? Or do they have to run it past the Grand Chancellor before we start talking about things? The incident has spread fury among far-right activists, don't get me started, who turned up in force at Downing Street this afternoon to show Robinson their support. And what they actually mean is the incident has spread fury among normal citizens who are revolting against their Orwellian masters. But anyway. So footage shows a large group waving St. George flags as several men make their way to the top of the gates and pump their fists at onlookers. Scotland Yard told metro.co.uk the protest, which later moved to Parliament Square, was under control and no arrests were made. However, photos show dozens of officers wrestling with supporters as they push towards the gates. Like I say, it's not really biased. It's pretty biased, but we'll get there elsewhere. But don't worry. Nearly 90,000 people have signed a petition to free Tommy Robinson in just 24 hours. I didn't even know about that. I will put a link to that in the description below. I might even make a separate video on that. But yeah, a video yesterday incident shows Robinson being led away by police. He's heard asking one of his supporters, "Can you get me a solicitor? This is ridiculous. I haven't said a word. I've done nothing wrong." He's then filmed asking a police officer if he's been arrested on contempt of court. Before he's bundled into the van, he says, "Someone laid their hands and assaulted me outside the court. Other people have sworn at me, threatened me about my mother, and here I am being arrested for saying nothing." It's not entirely true. He was sitting there and he was making the case that he hasn't done anything wrong. You're arresting him. yet other people can assault him and you don't do anything about it. So that's what he was saying there. But anyway, people or newspapers can be in contempt of court when they create a substantial risk of prejudicing ongoing court cases. Yeah, I got that a little wrong, but anyway. It's a criminal offence that can land people in jail, which is interesting because other people have gone through and reported on it. Why was he the only one arrested? So, yeah, at the end of the day, guys, obviously, look, it's pretty biased. It's extremely left-leaning, so, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But I really can't find many other people reporting on it, so this is the only one we can really go by. But guys, as for this event, we do have video of it. I will put a link to that person's Twitter account in the video, so you can go and check them out and follow them. So please do that. So we'll roll the video and then we'll do the wrap up.
Until something's done about it, you know. I want to hear from someone senior. No one senior's come forward, yeah? What's that all about?
Never do! Tommy Robinson! Oh, Tommy Robinson! Tommy Robinson! Oh, Tommy Robinson! Oh, Tommy Robinson!
So there, guys, obviously you see in the video a lot of people turned up. Thousands of people turned up to support him. And at the end of the day, yeah, considering the fact the amount of time they've had to arrange this, it was a really good turnout. But yeah, they have said more about more protests in the future. Obviously, they can have better organization for it. But even RT has picked up the story and they've put out this video, so I'll play that for you now.
Tommy Robinson.
But yeah, like I say, so a lot of people are starting to report on it, and it's starting to get a lot of attention. But guys, yeah, look, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think this will change anything? Do you think this protest was successful considering the amount of time they've had? Or are you a little bit disappointed with the amount that turned up? Personally, I think it was a pretty good, decent, solid turnout. So, good on everybody that turned up. But let us know what your thoughts are regarding this protest in the comments section below, and obviously we'll have a discussion about it. Apart from that, guys, obviously this video has been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.